Yes. Hi everyone. My name is George. I'm joining from Homa Bay, Kenya. I'm currently the design team lead. Thank you. Oh, I call Sony. Hello, Sony. Can you hear me? If Sony is not ready, then Silas. Okay, Silas is not able to speak. Joseph.
Okay,
Thank you.
hi everyone. Just a moment ago by Scotch on the Web3 space. I'm currently the technical lead, Avax Team1, and yeah, very nice to see you guys here. Looking forward to interact more. You get to know more about me in the next session, of which is going to be in a few minutes. So let me pass this to. Okay, let me change. Let me call Janice. Janice Modoni. If you can hear me, feel free to unmute. Janice, can you hear me? If you're not in a position to speak, let me pass it to Sonny Mwangi.
Hi everyone. Sorry, George. I have a lot of tabs, so I was trying to guess the right one. I'm sorry for that. But otherwise, I'm good. I do communications. Yes, and I'm looking forward for an insightful session tonight. And I hope that we are all preparing for tomorrow. I think that is why today we are like this. Yeah. But all in all, yeah, I look forward for an insightful session today. Thank you.
Sonny, who do you pass the mic to?
Oh, thank you for the reminder. I do pass it to Sharon. Is she here?
No.
Okay, no problem. Let me pass it to just a minute. Mokami Mugambi Linda.
Okay, thank you, Sunny. Hi, everyone. My name is Linda. I'm joining from Mombasa. I am a Web2 developer, and the framework that I use is .NET. But currently, I'm transitioning to Web3. Okay, so I'm passing the mic to Preston. Preston, can you hear me? Are you in a position to say hi to us? Okay, so I think I'll pass the mic to Austin. Well, it seems like they aren't in a position to say hi to us. Let me see who else. Ronex, kindly say hi to us.
GM, guys. Okay, so as you just heard, I'm Ronex, just Team1 Avax collaborator. I guess maybe the rest of maybe the introduction maybe can know each other, maybe just doing maybe physical meetups or maybe virtual meetups. Yeah. So Rachel, I'm just going to pass it to Melissa. Maiso. Okay, maybe I guess maybe Melissa is not like available. Maybe Edwin, Muiti.
Sorry, I don't know if you can hear me. Hi,
Yep.
everyone.
Hello.
Hello. Hi, everyone. My name is Melissa. I'm interested in AI, web development, and building projects. Right now, I'm now transitioning to Web3. Yeah, thank you.
Melissa, who are you passing the mic to?
I'm sorry, I kind of joined late, so I don't know who hasn't spoken yet.
Okay. Let me pass it to Ian Masharia.
GM everyone. Just if somebody would call me. You can't just leave me in peace. But it's okay. Yes, so I'm Ian Mashari. I'm a developer. Primarily, I'm a data scientist, but moving into the regulatory space. So I'm building on Solidity currently and trying to shift the next projects through Avalanche. Yeah, and I'm also a Team1 collaborator. So if you need any help on anything to do with Avalanche, can reach out to me, and yeah, we can work out any issues you might have, and I'll pass the mic to my Wanda. Awesome. Joy, if you want to say hi, yeah, this is your chance. Otherwise, if she's not available, who else? Edwin Witty. Joins yours. Okay, I guess also Edwin can't talk. Back to you, Joseph.
Okay. Let me read some of the responses from the chat. Janice says, "Hi everyone. I'm sorry that I am not able to speak as of now, but I'm looking forward to an insightful session. Thank you. Looking forward to having you also join us, and thank you for joining." Joy Wandati. Hello. I am sorry I can't speak right now. No worries. Maybe you can resume from there. Yeah, pleasure having you here. Victor, since I see you have a very, very nice, unique icon here. So I'm passing this to you. Basically, you can say hi, where you're joining us from, yeah, and what your tech stack is. Victor, Victor, the one with an owl is a prof. Yeah, you.
Sorry guys, my mic was off. Can you get me now? Hello, can you hear me now? My name is Victor. I'm a vibe coder and I've been a part of Avalanche and Team1 Kenya since the first cohort, and I'm ready to enjoy the second cohort too. So everyone here, everyone who is new, welcome. The guys here are so welcoming and loving, and it's an environment to learn a lot. Thank you very much.
Victor, who are you passing the mic to?
Okay, let me pass the mic to George. George.
Yes, George.
Oh, sorry, I had already spoken.
Yeah.
I belong in this
Belong in this
space.
space. I bring my full focus, curiosity, and courage today.
I'm not too late.
I am not too late. I am exactly on time. I ask questions boldly, and my voice matters here.
I'm learning.
I am learning and teaching others to build real solutions. I am part of a community that lifts each other up. Today, I take one step closer to my vision.
Yay! Congratulations to everybody that actually said those words like they mean it, because you actually are exactly who you think you are, okay? So amazing. Yes, Emmanuel, love to see you. Yeah, join the community, join the, we love to see you. Oh, you disappeared again. Okay, cool. So, sorry about that. We will just get into it. So if you're here and this is your first time, maybe you're new and you just joined us, you know, you don't know more about this community, right? This is supposed to be a very engaging session, okay? It's not a one-man show. It's supposed to be very, very engaging. So now I'd love for you to put in the chat where you are in your Web3 journey. So if you're actually very, very new and it's the first time here, first time hearing about Web3, give us an A. If you've heard about the terms but have not built anything, give us a B. And if you've experimented, you know about wallets, NFTs, you know about wallets, you know about, yes, all of that, give us a C. If you know about, if you've built something in Web3 before, give us a D. And if you're already shipping and you're just here to level up, give us an E. Love to see what everybody actually is building. Wow. Today it looks like it's a senior dev session. I see Anthony is already shipping and is just here to level up. I see Ian is also shipping and is just here to level up. I see Silas is shipping, is here to level up. Joseph is shipping and he's here to level up. I see Felicitas, welcome. Felicitas, this is your first time here and they're totally new. Lovely to see you. I hope that you can be able to stay longer so that you can be able to scale from being a new member to actually shipping. So welcome very much to our community. And Joy as well. Joy, you have heard about the terms but have not built anything. We hope that you actually get to build something. George, you are already shipping and you're here to level up. Love to say that. I see Edwin Mwiti, you're already shipping and you're just here to level up. Love to say that. I see Mario. So Emmanuel, you've heard about the terms but have not built anything. I hope that you'll get a chance to build something. And Victor, you're here. You're already shipping and you're just here to level up. Love to say that. Immaculate, you have built something in your team before. Nice. Love to see you. Love to see the builders in the house. Janice, you've heard about the terms but have not built anything. I hope that you get a chance to build something. So tonight looks like it's a very interesting night because it's mostly with the senior developers and that blend of, upcoming developers. So it's lovely to see all of you here. I see you, Candy. You've built something in your clip before. That's nice to see and nice to know. So it's good to know where most of you are. So which means most of you have actually RSVP'd for Mini Hack. If not, go ahead and RSVP for Mini Hack because yes, you do not want to miss our Mini Hack. So I'll give you 1 minute, one second to just scan and RSVP if you've not. So I'm just gonna talk about Mini Hack shortly. So yeah, so Mini Hack is a builder program that is designed to keep founders with Web3 fundamentals, and it's a niche ecosystem of technical and non-technical talent, and it's inclusive of very hands-on experiences on building on Avalanche. And if you're here, just know that you're going to create real projects that solve real problems in this ecosystem. And of course, we're here, Mini Hack is here to just foster a powerhouse community of ecosystem enablers. So this is not just a workshop, this is your launchpad. So quickly, I'll just show you where to get some of this information. I know for the members that are all here, you already know where to get all of this, but if you're new here and you're wondering where to get started, this is where you're supposed to start. So if you just Google Avalanche Builders Hub, it will take you to this page. Beautiful space. So it will take you to the Avalanche Academy, where you'll get more information on how to get started, learning on what Avalanche is, basic Avalanche fundamentals, all the way to advanced level. And if you're totally new as well, and you'd love to understand Avalanche and blockchain in a very layman's language, feel free to explore All Explained. So it gives you good articles, explainers on what blockchain is, what the difference between Web3, Web2, Web1, and many other informative information. So feel free to explore that and check it out. And most of this information is actually just found in the Avalanche Builders Hub, and you should create an account and explore the platform even deeply with your account created on there. The experience is different, trust me. And then, of course, maybe you're here, you're wondering what is Team1, who are we, what do we do here? So we are just on a mission to empower the global community to build on Avalanche. So we are cultivating a builder community and a builder culture and supporting founders and startups in the ecosystem. So we are aim to be a clear community arm for Avalanche Foundation alongside Avalabs and the Avalanche Foundation. And we aim to create regional impacts organically through community-led initiatives like this one of just virtual sessions. We always have community calls in our community every Wednesday at 5 p.m. East African time zone. So feel free to join our community calls. And we are actually scaling regionally through building repeatable workflows and proven playbooks. And we are a builder community. So we help builders have a clear pathway from onboarding until they ship products. And this is a growing base of builders and where we support builders who are actually shipping and building products on Avalanche. So basically, we are building a powerhouse ecosystem that scales the Avalanche network. And yeah, so this is our resource hub. So if you scan this QR code, it will take you to our link stream where you'll find all the information on the show. Yeah. Yep. So you find so many information around our community, mini hack resources, join the Telegram community. We are on Telegram, we are also on WhatsApp, explore the system as well. So many great resources that you'll find on this link over here. So that's it from me. I will then pass the baton to Joseph, if you're on the call.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Lavender. Let me share my screen. Can you give me a minute? Okay, sorry everyone. Can you see my screen? Is my screen visible? Can you see some reactions? Okay. Let me try again. Yeah. What about now? Okay. Thank you. So, my name is Joseph Mwangi, for those who know me. And in the Web3 space, I go by Scotch. So when you hear of the name Scotch, it's no one else, it's me. I'm a founder of a company called Mental Sync. So basically, what we do is providing holistic experience in the therapy, mental space. Yeah. Also run a software company called Elom Labs. You guys should check it out. But I am the technical lead for Avalanche. And my main purpose is I like guiding people to from introduction into Web3 into now fully building and going to market Web3 based solutions on Avalanche. And that is basically what I do. Yeah, so let's get right to it. So tonight is actually part two of session 4 that we had, whereby for tonight, okay, for now, we are not going to be rating any new contracts. We're not going to be deploying something else that is from my side. But after that, we are going to have Ronex, who's going to dig deeper into the ERC20 from what you were talking about from the last session. And yeah, there might be some code involved. So get ready. But for mine, for my session right now, no code. We're just going to be vibing, you know, getting you to understand the architecture even more deeper. So we already wrote the incentive token together on Tuesday. Okay, when is studio? Yeah, on Tuesday, and we actually deployed it. So tonight we actually go deeper into thinking now behind it, because tomorrow night we are going to be building, and you need to understand the deeper perspective of it, even when you want to be doing the tests. So for tonight, we're just going to be diving into the solvency by design, the 4 rules, and then the liability, the closing loop, and the problem statements. Don't worry about that. You're going to get right to it. So last session, you learned what a solvent token looks like. And tonight you learn to defend it. So basically, just the thinking that a judge or a client or a CFO will all test you on during the submission for the mini hack that is in August when the hackathon closes. So quick aside for anyone who hasn't met before. So like a CFO is simply a person in a company who their job is mostly to watch where the money is, what's coming in, what's owed, and what's left. If Tuesday's session was the how, tonight is actually the why. Like, you need to understand how all these correlate. So let's start on the first one, solvency by design. Why are we doing this again? So before we actually do something else, let's define the word by itself, because I think last session I failed to do so. So because you're going to learn a lot on it for tonight. So solvency, I like to think of it in this perspective. Solvency, it just means like if everyone you owe something showed up right now and asked for it, could you actually pay them? Think about it. If anyone that you owe money to, they decide to shop right now, they're like, me, I need my 5,000, I need my 20,000, I need my 100,000, I need my 1 million. Could you actually pay them? So a bank is solvent. Okay, how can I rephrase it? Okay, for a bank is actually a solvent if it could hand, like for everyone who actually deposit their money back today. That's a clear view of it. A SACCO is solvent if you could pay out every member saving if they asked for it all at once. Those are some of the solvent that I'm talking about. And now from what we did last time, what we call a loyalty program, it is now a solvent if it could honor each and every customer points at the same time. And that is where we are now picking up from the last session. So that's the entire like idea of everything. So the question that every judge and every client and every customer, every user that are going to be using your platform, they'll be asking at the same time is, can this survive success? Because yes, we usually build solutions and we usually don't think about the scaling part of everything. Because let me give you, this is actually coming from a founder perspective. When I was building Mental Sync and we started gaining traction, that actually is an issue that we actually had to go through. And this is something that I'm speaking out of experience, because the business could actually, if I had not decided to bring it on Avalanche, do the gamification part and all that, the tokenomics and all that, we could not have survived this. So that is basically solvency in the least talk that I can give it. So if this product actually works, if 1,000 people start using it like tomorrow afternoon, like you've deployed and you get like your first 1,000 users, you've marketed and you've got this crazy number of target users flowing into your platform, does the business drown in its own promises or will it stay standing? So there are 4 rules that can only be the real answer to this, and we are going to go through them. Rule number 1, budget backend. Budget backed. So for every token you issue is actually what we call like a claim on something real. Let's say, for example, airtime or a discount or a stock on a shelf that you have. It is not a claim on vibes. So basically, it is a claim on something real that you're actually giving. If from a platform, if you have the MS points, you can actually redeem them for a physical, let's say, a t-shirt, hat, a fidget ball. You see, you are redeeming it for something that is real. So the design steps, like it happens before the code. You need to budget your fulfillment first. And then if the airtime costs you like around 0.9 shillings, or let's go with 1 shilling for wholesale, and you are handing out like something like let's say 1 point equal 1 shillings of airtime. Let's go like for M-Pesa, for Safaricom, how they do with bonga points. I think 10 shillings, it's equivalent to 1 bonga point or something of the sort. So you already know your worst case, per point. Like you already have all this outlined in a single line of solidity. So here is actually the tell. So teams that actually skip this step, obviously is the most important step, like they usually build like a beautiful token, attached to a promise that nobody has priced it yet. And that is not a technical bug. That is something that now becomes a business bug. You see? So, and the first thing that a judge will actually smell it, because you're here claiming that you're giving out non-fungible tokens, and they're not soulbound. So what's the real value of it? You see? So even when you're building like point system or tokens, you're adding tokens to your platform, you need to have done what we are calling now the budget backing. Rule number 2 is now what I call capped emission. So for capped emission, the emission cap, if you remember, it was in somewhere around line 14 of the last contract that we wrote. The emission cap. Think of it as the most that you've ever allowed to give away. Like, think of it like it's your marketing budget that you have, and it is written within the constructor. Remember when you were going through the constructor? Yeah. So the constructor is like just a bit of code that it runs once the moment you do what? You deploy. And it is what we call immutable. So that word, it just means once it is set, it can never be changed. Not by you, not by anyone, not by the protocol. No. So once deployed, no one can raise it. So just remember what we were talking from the last session, the play to earn projects, they don't die because the tokens are bad. No, they actually died because nobody could answer the question of what does this program cost? So it ended up costing everything forever until it did what? It collapsed. So this is what CAP answers. So it answers this permanently, and it answers this in now the code, the Solidity code that you're going to be writing. So before a single reward is actually ever issued, that's why you have to define it first before you write the issuing of the rewards that you are giving out. And once you do that, that design choice on its own, it's the entire difference between a marketing budget and an open-ended bill that at the end of the day is going to cost you your business. The third rule is what now I call sinks that ship. So for the third rule, if you remember from the last contract, there was a section where that you were talking on ban on redeem. I know it kind of sounds technical, but it's actually very, very simple. So it's in this perspective. When a customer actually redeems those tokens that are now, when a customer redeems these tokens, so those tokens now become destroyed. Once they're destroyed, they're like deleted and they're gone forever. So they cannot be spent twice. Let's go back to the bonga points. When you redeem bonga points, you had 500 bonga, or let's say 5,000 bonga points, and you've redeemed like 3,000 bonga points, and you've added some money on top of it, and you got yourself a neon kicker. If you go and check back your bonga points, those 3,000 they'll be already be deducted and they're gone. You can never get them again. Why? Because you've already redeemed them. They've already been used, they've already been destroyed, they've already been deleted from your account. Why? Because you have used it. You have banned on them on redeem. So that means every redemption, it shrinks how much the business still owes. And you need to understand this. Each and every redemption, it actually shrinks how much the business still owes. So this is actually what I like referring to as the counterintuitive part of what we'll be doing tonight. So in most businesses, like you find like more usages, it means more risk. More usages means more risk. And with more risk, it means more exposure. You see? And if you have more exposure, it means you have more to do what? To manage. And this is what makes the system healthier. So for your design, for it to not sink, the no way for value to leave the circulation. So what you owe, it only grows forever with no ceiling. And that is what I am now talking about. And this actually brings me to the fourth rule, which is the value from the product. So value from the product, not the token. So points are actually earned by the real behavior, by real behavior, I mean like a purchase, a streak, completed milestone, a completed course, you see, things of this, or things of the same. So basically, and they are spent on real rewards. You remember when I was talking about the rule number 1, budget backed, it means you issue these tokens on something real. You remember? So for the value from the product, now this is what I'm talking about. So the instant like a token can go up in value of its own, you need to separate from the product behind it. So basically, you build something that people will farm instead of use. Am I making sense? So What do I mean? What I'm trying to basically show is once this happens, you've built something that people will farm instead of use. It means that they will show up only for the reward. They will not shop for your product. They are showing up for the reward, not for your product. And they will vanish the moment it dries up. You see? That is what I'm talking about. So, and this is now what we call this kind of users, using the business lingo, we usually call them, I think something like mercenary user or something of the sort. So, and this is the exact pattern that it actually hollows out to play to earn from the inside of what we're talking about. So, this is also where now the closed loop decision comes into place. Remember when you talked about the closed loop? Now this is where it comes in place. So for now, one thing that you need to hold into your mind concerning this rule is the value should always trace back to a real customer that is doing a real thing. That is something that you need to always remember from this. And this now brings me to rule number 5. Sorry. Rule number 5 is actually from rule number 2 with rule number 4. That's why I've not included it, which is retention. So once you have traced back that the value that I have here is coming from this real user, how am I going to retain this user so as he can continue coming back? That's food for thought. Looking forward to hear your responses during tomorrow. And that's going to be the gate pass, actually. If you're coming tomorrow to the game night, come with a response. How do you retain a repeating customer? I'd like to hear your responses tomorrow. So, now you're done with the rules. Can your business survive success? These 4 rules that we already talked about, the budget backed, captain missions, things that work, value from the product, What is your take away from this? What you should think about is now, like, how am I going to integrate all this together? So, and this is where you need to have this at the back of your mind, that our reward budget survives success because of what? That's also homework for tomorrow. For the for the solution that you're going to be building tomorrow towards the night, that is something you need to be thinking. If we are going to implement a reward system and our business survives success, and if your answer is yes, how and why? And that's a question that actually we will be getting the answers very early in the morning after the night is done. And I think it's going to be very, very, very nice. So let's talk about liability. Let's talk about liability. So what is outstanding liability? So the simplest idea tonight that I can actually take you through is one that most founders, they actually never measure. Like, how much does your business currently owe its customers in terms of unredeemed rewards right now at this second? And if you ask me that question, that I am going to give a very, very straight answer. If let's say I've gone to pitch my business and I'm looking for investment, they ask me this, I'll definitely answer it very, very well. So this number is solvency, and it is the answer to the question that we started with. So in Web2, I had someone here that she's working in the Web2 field, right? Let me go back to you. So in the Web2 loyalty that used to exist, that number, it used to live in something that we called the vendor's private database, of which it is updated whenever someone remembers to check. And then it is trusted entirely on faith. And that is where now, if someone wants to have access to it, you have to ask the loyalty vendor, and then you get the word from it, of which that is quite fishy, if you ask me. And now this is where now Web3 comes into place. So in what you'll be building, it falls out of design for free. So the total points they ever get issued minus the total points ever getting redeemed. So there's no dashboard to build, no report of commission. And the moment you deploy, it means the moment your contract goes live on blockchain, it is just there live for anyone to check. And that is why we talk about transparency on blockchain. So this brings me to the liability dashboard. So when you'll be pitching, when that comes, when that time comes, you remember the Duca reward that you actually deployed last session? Let me see with reactions. Let me see how many people can actually remember. Yeah. Ian Junior, yeah, nice. Actually, don't know how you guys actually deployed yours, if you named it some other way. But remember the Duca reward that you actually deployed during the last session. What happened? Like 1 point per 100 Kenyan shillings spent, it was redeemable for like 1 point was equaling around 1 Kenyan shillings of airtime bought. So now add the third rule. As customers redeem, that liability number visibly shrinks. It shrinks in real time. You see? Why? It means once it is written permanently on blockchain where anyone can load in front of anyone, it means someone whose job it is independently to check that the numbers are real is going to have an easy time to do the same. So no loyalty vendor in Kenya can literally show a client that number like today. And at the jam tomorrow, at the night of call tomorrow, in every client meeting for the rest of your career as you're moving on, you need to open your pitch with this dashboard, whereby you are showing this is the total reward system. We've issued this total number of rewards. This is what our users have redeemed. You see, the numbers they need to make sense. Okay. So the closing loop. This is now what handles the business decision of what you're doing. So in these two columns, one side you have the closed loop and the other side you have the open loop. I want to take very, very little time on this so as we can move to the code base, so as you can see what I am talking about. So on the closing loop, on the open loop, like tokens, they trade freely anywhere with anyone. Just think of it like cash that invites things, what I usually like to call speculations, where people are actually buying it purely hoping the price goes up. The same thing that happens with let me just give an example. You're buying a Bitcoin because you're hoping it's going to the price is going to hike or something that's the same. Or you're buying a Rolex watch because in the next 10 years, okay, you're buying a bottle of wine because in the next 10 years the price is going to rise. You see, but not because you are going to redeem it. You see, you are there because of the hope. So the price, it can drift completely away from the token actually for what it is redeemed for. And it is right only when the traceable asset genuinely is the product. But for closed loop, it is redeemable only with the issuer of the approved merchants. And you can actually go through the rest. That is basically how you can differentiate between these two. So this brings me to this. This brings me now to the redemption design, the 6 patterns of how you can think about when you're implementing this. So the 6 ways, value that leave the system. So I know you've seen this group before in the last session, but we did not talk about it. So let me start with the first one, airtime and data, of which that you've already seen, what when I was talking about M-Pesa, Safaricom with the Bonga point and all that. This comes in vouchers. Perfect example, let me use Naivas. You shop, you have your profile over there. So once you have this amount of points, you can actually redeem it, or can redeem it and you can have like a discount of X amount from the shopping you've had. Vouchers, there are these shopping vouchers that never actually hand out, things of the sort. They're like percentages off for the next purchase or something. You might get a voucher for 2,000 shillings, blah, blah. Merchandise, these are now the physical rewards that, okay, perfect example, Mentor Sync and what we do. Things like t-shirts, beanies, things of the sort. And the fourth one is milestone only items. So this is things that reward money can't buy, things like gated by badges, tiers, things of the sort. Like you can have like a VIP pass to your platform, premium pass to your platform. And the fifth one is merchant settlement. That is points spendable at a partner tills. So they are limited to that specific partner. You can only spend this at this merchant. You see? Yeah. And the last one is experiences and access. So for experiences and access, it means things like when I was what I was talking about, like VIP access, premium access to your platform. Yeah, things of the sort. So you can actually pick one or two for what you'll be building tomorrow. Yeah. And think about how you're going to implement them. Yeah, I think I've handled what I wanted to talk about today. And yeah, so for tomorrow, there are different things that you can actually decide to build on. For gamification, you can decide to build on circles and savings, where you handle something like the behavior, deposit, consistency, whereby they get to earn streaks or badges, things of the sort. So maybe you can build for the fintech, you can build for the retail, whereby you can handle like for repeated purchases, what percentage off do they get? Do they get a voucher? For the edtech completion, if you complete a course, the certificates, the badges, is it soul bound? Can I actually redeem it for crypto? You see, those are some things you can really consider. Is it health adherence? Like have you exercised? I think the perfect app that I've seen for exercise is an app called do you guys know there's this working app? I think it's called Sweatcoin or something. Who has heard of Sweatcoin? I don't know if it's called Sweatcoin or what. Yeah, Sweatcoin, yeah. Thank you, Ian. Whereby you can actually redeem once you go in, day out, you get to have this streak unlocked, and all that. And then there are these tournaments that are usually there. The last tournament, I think they were handing out iPhone 17 Pro? No. iPhone 17 and some MacBooks to those who actually were leading the leaderboard. You see? Redeemability of what you are building. For agri reporting, the behavior, the report submitted and all that. Workforce, same thing. So this is going to be the judging rubric. Let me just let you guys in. Let me just let you guys into this little secret. So this is what is going to be checked on, deployed demo. So if okay, for the final judging, if you've gone mainnet, better. If you are on testnet, still good. We are going to be testing and verifying that these are not just placeholder data. These are not just some mock data that you've just taken and you've just seeded into the platform like sure, just like that. No, we are going to be doing our due diligence. So the second one, we are going to run the Routledge test, whereby you name the behavior, you name the metric, graded. It's all going to be graded. So all these will be throughout your pitching. So remember to do that. Name the behavior, name the metric, Yeah. And then is it working end to end from step A to step Z? Is it working end to end? And then how is your solvency thinking? How can your reward budget survive success? You see? And then the invisible UX, like could a non-crypto user use it? Let's say me, I'm new to blockchain. Will I be able to use your platform? Yeah. And then your pitch. Remember to mention the problem, the behavior change, the proof. And the presentation is strictly 3 minutes. 3 minutes presentation, 2 minutes demo, plus answering the questions. As I am winding up, let me pass it. I hope Ronex, you are ready. As you're setting up, feel free to scan this QR code, because something else that we'll be also checking is, do you have an active Builder Hub account? Because most of the resources and all that you'll be getting from there, and also guides and all that you'll be getting from there. So feel free to scan this QR code. It's going to take you to Builder Hub, to the Avalanche Builders Hub, if you've not created your account, and create one. So as tomorrow, we can skip this step, from the onboarding and all that. Let's do this as fast, as early as now. That will be very, very nice. So I'd like to welcome my friend, Ronex. Is going to take you deep into ERC20. I know on Tuesday, he did like a 10 minutes session, and you guys, you are like, hey, we need this. Can we dive deeper into this? Yeah, we've had you. So Ronex, let me pass it to you. You can share your screen, but meanwhile, scan the QR code and create an account, everyone. Yeah, that's it from me. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. The technical collaborators are there. They'll answer your questions. Yeah, let's go. Feel free to unmute, bro.
All right. Okay, Jam guys, once again. Okay, so really I'm going just to dig into a deeper dive into the ERC20. Yeah, okay, so I'm just going to share here, because I'm not going to spin up like a dev environment, like maybe the hard one, like maybe on the device. So maybe we can just using the online one called the Remix. I'm just like drop the link on the chat. Yeah, so maybe I can just give you guys maybe less than maybe 30 seconds. You can just click it. Yeah, as maybe I'm just going to give maybe some house rules literally. Okay, so okay, first of all, maybe I may be fast. Okay, so in case maybe like you got like maybe left behind, okay, don't share off. You can just ask me to repeat it. Okay, the other thing is maybe some concept like just maybe pass through. Yeah, you can just stop me like in the middle of the presentation, and maybe I can explain it even more further. Yep. So let me just share my screen. Okay, so really, okay, I hope my screen is visible. Maybe just maybe someone maybe the chat can just maybe like just maybe yeah maybe unmute the mic and maybe
Yes.
Okay, nice. Okay. So actually, like, what maybe just I've just like talked through like the words of the rewards and stuff. So when we come into the realm of on-chain, okay, I don't like to call it blockchain because blockchain is wide. So when we come to the realm of like blockchain, I mean on-chain. So literally these rewards are called I'll call it tokens. So literally for us, we are going to implement like ERC20 token. So literally for those maybe who maybe be a bit beginners, so literally for ERC just means like Ethereum request for comments, because before the Ethereum request for comments, literally like we had like some like maybe we didn't have like any standard just to build like any tokens that will make these rewards. For example, if you go to other, you can just like maybe you can just maybe share your tokens, or maybe just lend your tokens out to other users, and in return you're going to earn some DAI tokens like from that one. Yeah, so usually that's called the reward. That's how maybe like the likes of Safaricom does. The Naivas just maybe giving you the bonga points, and maybe giving you like maybe the tokens. Yeah. So usually, okay. I know majority of you maybe just studied maybe when they just do like. Let me just spin up like how maybe just to be like a normal ERC token. Yeah, just from the scratch. Yeah, okay. I can say maybe majority just maybe just pin like the open Zeppelin, maybe the contracts. Yeah, maybe the tokens. From the token, we have the ERC20. ERC20, then here we have the ERC20 token.sol. Yeah, so really majority like just maybe just like import like that library from OpenZeppelin. Literally that's the best library to use. Like I mean, like the code ever to use, because it's already like audited, like it's clean, just like clean to production. Yeah, and then maybe from there you can just maybe just put maybe like contract, maybe let's say Team1. Yeah, tokens, something like that one. Yeah, okay. So apologies for the new beginnings. Maybe they're just maybe seeing like maybe I'm just writing something here. So usually this is how maybe we import like some other smart contract like from other libraries, or maybe externally. Yeah, so really because I've just imported the contract, like I need just to like to configure the the constructor, both for the imported and my constructor here. So because literally the basic thing which they require just from you is they require you for you to have like a name for your token, which maybe can be like maybe Team1, like Team1 token, and from maybe there we can just maybe like just implement like its symbol as well. Yeah, which are required like by the ERC20 token. Okay, really the ERC20 token, like I'm just going to dive deeper into that, but I'm just try to backtrack like from how you create like a normal token for what it stands in the ERC20 token. Yeah, from here we like have the name here. Yeah, we have the name here, we have the symbol. Yeah, and literally okay, you can say just maybe just to like to have the minting function. Yeah, usually for message sender, it's just the deploy of the contract. From there, maybe I can just maybe just mint like on deploy maybe just like 100 like tokens of mine. Yeah. I think maybe we can just put like just simple as that one. Okay, so really this is the basic like requirement for you just to build your own token. Once you have like those 3 lines, you have like your whole contract. Like literally, you can just like build any token to like whatever you want. Yeah, but literally I want just to backtrack maybe just behind whatever this ERC20 like what it holds, like what it has, and maybe it's like this function inside there. Okay, so literally the first thing literally, okay, before the ERC, the Ethereum like request for comments, like reach there, we had like those tokens like the likes of USDT, USDC, which have like 6 decimal places, and the likes of DAI, Link, which have like 18 decimal places. So after that standard like came along, literally they defined like 6 core functionality which all tokens should have. Yeah, so literally from there, I'm just going to create here like something else. Okay, I'm just going to implement the whole ERC20 token contract. Yeah, just from scratch, maybe for you just to understand. Yeah, so really like we require like the headers, that's the SPDX, maybe just to give the range license and your version. Okay, so really for me, so after the ERC20, the request for comments. So literally like we have like six core functionalities, like which are required by all tokens to have. So literally, so from there, from there, we're just going to implement an interface, which we must certify that interface for us to have like a complete ERC20 token. Yeah, so I'm just going to just an interface here. Maybe I can just call it ERC20. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So literally, like we have like 6 core functionality of an ERC20. So literally the first functionality is for total supply. Literally, I mean, when they say total supply, just like the total tokens which have already been minted. Not so far like maybe on the supply chain, or maybe just the market cap of it, like since like maybe the project started, like how many tokens have they minted. Yeah, we have the total supply here. So the total supply just like a variable like on the storage side. So literally for that one, we can just give it like an external, which is the external like view. Yeah, because for view, because we're just like reading from the storage side. Yeah, and that for that one, it just returns the amount, which amount for here just like an into 56. Yeah, like the amount. So literally the next function literally is for the balance of, for example, if maybe you have maybe USDT. So how do you know like maybe like for example like you have like 20 maybe USDT, 20 USDC. So literally you have another function called like the balance of. So literally it's a mapping. The balance of is a mapping on the storage side, which like maps like the user's account like to their balance. Yeah, which is balance of. Literally take your user's address, which is an account, and map it to your balance. So literally for this one, exactly is an external, yeah, view and just returns your balance. Okay, so literally apart from the balance of, we have like another one. We have like the transfer and the transfer from. So literally here, if the transfer and the transfer from, like they can be a bit challenging. Okay, because for the transfer is just when when maybe you are just calling the transfer inside the contract. For example, if maybe I can come here maybe into this one, I can just call the transfer directly. But for the transfer from, like I need to give like a permission to another, maybe the spender. So for example, if you have ever maybe interacted like with the likes of Uniswap and Aave, you have first of all to approve your token to be used by the Uniswap before maybe you do like the main thing, maybe it's swap, or maybe sending maybe to like some other contract. So literally for the transfer function, yeah, so really just take the address of the recipient. Yeah, because you can just do this one like inside the contract, like you are talking like contract with the one which maybe you're going to just implement, just like a direct flow apart from the transfer from. So just like take your recipient. Apart from that one, you just like take the amount which you want to transfer like to like another external user. Okay, literally for the transfer, it's just like an external functionality, and which it just like returns like a boolean, which maybe just true or false. Yeah, okay. I'm just going to copy it up and just maybe come up with a transfer from. Okay, so really for the transfer from, okay, so it just take like the address of the sender. Like for example, just take my address, like my address of like of the sender, and there is address of the recipient and the amount. Okay, so the address of the sender, is this going to be the address of the, for example, like that smart contract, or maybe the likes of Uniswap, which have just like delegated it, maybe it's approval just to spend my tokens on my behalf. Okay, then the other one is just going to be the function approve. Okay, not really for the approve, just for you just to give a permission for other smart contract to spend your tokens on your behalf. Literally, yeah, because for example, when you interact with other parties like contract, you have first of all to approve your address to be spent on. Then from there they can get some allowance. Then from the allowance they can be able just to spend up to the cap which maybe you're allowed it maybe just to spend. So for the approve, it take the address of the spender, that contract and the amount. Yeah, really for the like apart from the amount, this one just like a functionality which just return like a boolean also. Yeah, just returns. Okay, and the last functionality which we require just to be able to like to reach the 6 like core functionality here is the allowance, which is a mapping of which is a mapping of the like the address of the owner, like my, for example, like my address and the address of this of the spender, like the other smart contract which is going to spend my token, and this is just going to be like just external view, because I'm just reading it from the storage one. I just going just to return like the allowance amount, which is just int 256. Yeah, so literally after the Ethereum improvement for, Ethereum request for comments, the ERC. So this is the common standard which they come up with just for them, just to like, for example, just to implement like these tokens, just to have like the same standards. Okay, so from here, so as you can check here, okay, it's literally like we imported like this functionality from the OpenZeppelin. Yeah, but maybe I'm just going to just like build from the scratch, like the whole contract. Okay, it's not long. I guess maybe just like maybe 20 to 30 lines. Yeah, like how it looks, and maybe how like it just interact with these functions above here. So I just to create this contract, the ERC20. I'm just going to to face it with the interface, because I have to certify this interface for me just to be able just to have like the standard. Okay, so from here, certainly I'm just going to have like two things. Yeah, literally I'm just going to have events. So literally for events, these are just like, maybe I can say like, if like I can say maybe messages which are emitted like from the on chain, and they can be able to be read or maybe be read like by off chain maybe systems, for example, like your dApps, maybe like using maybe the likes of the GraphQL. Yeah, so we have like the transfer. Okay, now for the transfer, literally you just take the address. Okay. In case like you're planning just maybe just for it to be read maybe by like other third parties, like apart from outside of your smart contract, you need to index them. Like for example, okay, if you ever like do maybe for those who are coming from a Web2 background, so when you're creating like a database, you have to index maybe their primary key for you to be able just to quick search. Is the same concept here. Yeah, so tell you for the transfer, just take it like transfer from which account. Yeah, another address, I just index to which account and the amount which you're transferring, that the event. Yeah, from there I have like another event for approval. Yeah, literally for approval, like I'm just taking the address of the owner. Like for example, like who approved like which address to spend what, the address of the owner, then the address of the spender. Yeah, and literally the amount which I've just approved, like for them just to use like on my behalf. Yeah, which is just the amount. Now from there, I just need just to be able just to certify that 6 functionality, and from there we're just going to have like already like implemented like the OpenZeppelin ERC20 like token. So from there we just need to take the constructor. Okay, then from the constructor, I want to be favoring the constructor, and I need just to certify like the storage like variables. So for the storage variables, like we have the likes of like, for example, the total supply, which is a unit 56, which I can just name it just public for anyone just to read it. Yeah, that's what like we can be able just to read it, maybe using maybe the CoinGecko, just read it, maybe the market cap of a token. So that will just maybe a unit 56 public. You can just name it total supply. Yeah, total supply for that one. Then the other one is a mapping, which we're just going to map be like a balance of, literally for the balance of like just going to be your address for the account. I can just name it even account here, which is just going to map up to your balance, like for example, which like your total amount like which you have like for that token. Yeah, I can just name it maybe amount. I'm just going to give it like an external. Yeah, just external, maybe just balance of. Okay, then from there, just going to do like the allowance. Literally for the allowance, just for you just to map, like for example, like the total amount of token which I've delegated another maybe smart contract to spend on my behalf. Yeah, for that one just going to be the address of the owner. Yeah, then mapping it like to another mapping of which is going to be the address of the spender, which just going to be to map to like to which amount maybe you've just delegated to, like to, for example, to that party smart contract. I'll just for example, just to give it like a permission for it to execute some functionality on your behalf. It's going to be amount. It's going maybe to just to be public. Maybe just allowance. Okay, no, okay. Now from there, I need just to have like the three things. That is the string public. That is the name. I need the name. From the name, I need the symbol. From the symbol, I need the decimal places, which is a unit. I'm just going to give it unit 8. Like that is 2 power 8. I guess that may be 256 minus 1. That's up to 255. Yeah, because the maximum I can go here is maybe up to 18 decimal places. Yeah, so for that one, I'm going to give it that one just maybe public, just name it decimal. Okay, then from there, I'm just going to do a constructor just to like initiate for example, like all of them, the name, the symbol, and the decimal places of my of my tokens. As you can see here, when I created like this token, I need to initialize like the ERC20 here. Where is it? Yeah, here is it. Literally, this is the constructor. This is how like initialize a constructor. Like just when you just like import it from another smart contract. Okay, so really I need like a constructor here. Okay, so for the constructor, I need just to take the name. Yeah, okay, we can give it memory, maybe call data, depending on on maybe which gas you want to save. Yeah, okay, there's another that's maybe another topic for another day for you, maybe just to save gas. So I need just to give it some name. Then I just give it some symbol. Yeah, and from there I just need to give it a unit 8. That's just going to be decimal. Okay, so literally there's a constructor. From there, just going to name, put it to underscore name. Yeah, then maybe I'm going just to put like the symbol, then the decimal to the decimal. Okay, so no. Apart from that one, just okay. I've already like implemented like 1, 2, 3 out of the 6. So literally, I've just implemented like the balance of total supply and the allowance. So I just remain with the 3, just for okay. Once I just implement all of them, even this error just going to disappear. So literally, I need like a functionality here that's called like the transfer function. So I just need to implement it. Let me just call it function transfer. So for function transfer, actually, you just take the address of the recipient, like who's receiving these tokens, and maybe the amount which you are sending. Okay, certainly, we have another things, like maybe the visibility, you have like the external, internal, and stuff. So if maybe I'm just going to call it external, I can't be able just to call it maybe where I'm going to implement it, but it can be able to be called by another, that party smart contract. Yeah, so literally for the standard, I'm just going to use the external. Yeah, which just supposed to return, as you can see, like from the interface, just supposed to return like a boolean. Okay, so so literally from here. Okay, so really, when you're transferring, so I need just take the balance of them, whoever is sending, that's the message of the sender, then subtract the amount which they're sending, then take the balance of like whoever is receiving, that is the recipient. Yeah, and credit the account. Yeah, and then from there, I'm just going to emit like this transfer for it to be able to be tracked. Maybe if, yeah, literally for the transfer, that's why you can be able just to track it maybe in the explorers. Yeah. Yeah, they just transfer, which maybe I just need from. So literally from is the message of sender. Yeah, the whoever initiate this function. 2, they're just going to be the recipient. Yeah, and the amount is just going to be amount. Then from there, just going to return. Yeah, just true. Okay. Apart from that one, I just need to implement maybe the approve function just for me just to approve like another third party contract just to spend my token. Yeah, just the approve functionality. Okay, usually for the approve, just take the address of the spender, the third party address, and the amount to which I want to approve for them. Yeah, just going to be an external. Yeah, as well, just going to return like a boolean. Okay, okay. Coming to the approve. So I need to give that party some allowance. Like for example, like I can just take, say maybe okay, I have some tokens and maybe I want to send maybe to Silas yeah, maybe I have some token I want to send maybe to Silas, and he have maybe some Joseph. So I can just tell Joseph, okay, for you, you can spend maybe a maximum of 500 tokens. Okay, so I'm just going to allow you just to be able to spend a maximum of 500 tokens, and Joseph can, like at any given time, can just spend up to that cap. Maybe they can even just maybe send to Silas, exactly, something like that one. So for the approval, I need just to do the allowance. So for the allowance, so because I'm the one going to do like the approval, so I'm just going to be the message sender, the owner of it. Then I'm going to tell it to the spender. From there, I'm just going to maybe to equate to this amount. For example, I just want to approve like maybe 500 tokens. Yeah, once I've just approved it, I can just emit the approval. Yeah, of which literally for the owner is the one who's initiating the function, that is the message to the sender. And the spender, okay, the spender is the same, the amount is the same. Then I'm just going to return true. Okay, apart from that one, I'm going then to do like the last function, which is just called the transfer from, apart from the mint and the ban. So for the transfer function, that's the function like transfer from. So usually for the transfer from, you just take the address of the spender, literally the address of the spender, that's the third party address. As well, it takes the address of the recipient, like whoever they're going to just share to, like this is the third party and this is the recipient. Like for example, like apart this, like for example, okay, here I'm not like included because I've already approved this. Maybe the spender just to spend my token. So for the transfer from, this is the address of the spender, the third party, and this is the recipient. Like whoever is going to receive the tokens, and this is the amount like to send, which as well is an external, returns like a boolean. Okay. So really for the transfer from, I need to reduce the allowance. For example, if maybe I gave them an allowance of 500, so if for each transfer they're going to do, I'm just going to deduct. For example, they can just say maybe 10, 10, 10, 10. I'm just going to reduce the allowance. Yeah, until when it is zero, when the allowance is zero, just going to revert and maybe throw an error. Like for example, you need maybe to increase your allowance. Yeah, so rated for this one, just going to be the sender. Okay. This maybe it's a bit confusing because you can see here, like on the allowance, I put my message to sender, but on the transfer from, the message to sender is this one, because whoever is going to initiate this contract, like it's not from my end, it's just going to be from the third party. So the owner is going to be that party contract. So literally just going to be that one. Yeah, like that's going to be the sender. Literally, and the spender is going to be the message to sender. Yeah, from there, I'm just going to deduct the amount. I mean. Sorry, is there? Yep. Yeah, and from them, I'm just going to deduct the amount from the allowance. Then from there, I'm just going to do the balance of. Yeah, I need just to reduce the balance of the sender, like to the amount, and I need to credit the receiver. Yeah, and then from there, just need to like emit an event, that is the transfer event. Yeah, literally the from just going to be the sender who is sending that one. Two just going to be the recipient. Yep. Then I'm just going to do the return. functionality. So really, I've just satisfied like the 6 common commands for you just to be able just to have like a unified ERC20 token. Okay, okay. Actually, from there we have like, for example, 2 functionality. One's just for minting of the token, and the other one's just for banning. Yeah. Okay. Okay. For minting, I'm just going to put them internal because I don't want like external contract just to calling them, because I just want to like only this contract can be able just to mint these tokens. Yeah, I can just maybe call that like they are like, yeah, like maybe the ban functionality. For the ban, I can just take the address from like which account are you banning from, and how much are you going to ban, like ban for, just remove like from supply. Yeah, this one is just going to name it like an internal functionality. Okay, so actually for remove for supply, I just need to reduce their balance. So balance of them like from, just reduce their balance. Yeah, really. Okay. Once you just reduce your balance as well, like you need to like the total, I mean the total supply as well, you just need to reduce it. Yep. From there, I just need to emit like the transfer event. Okay, for Italy. Okay, so really for like from okay. When you're banning these tokens, so when so literally like from it's just going to be from to, because I want this token to be out of circulation, I'm just going to send them to address 0. Yeah, yep, and the amount. As well, I'm just going to copy the same functionality, which just going to be for the mint token. Yep, of which maybe for the mint token, I just need to mint like to an address. Yeah, yeah, to an address, then just like credit the account, total supply as well, increase the total supply, then transfer from, yeah. So okay, usually for the transfer, just going to be from address 0. Yeah, because like I'm printing them out of thin air, and then this is going to be 2, and the amount. Okay. So really, when I come to this one, like this contract here, actually I can just comment the whole of this one, and just import my contract here. Yep. Then okay. Because from my side, like I put I added the decimal to the constructor. I can as well add it here. Decimal. Let me check. Oh, literally this one is int 8. Yeah, exactly. So literally, like whatever we have done here, because we have just backtracked like the whole of like whatever OpenZeppelin is doing here, and just come up with the ERC20 token here. Yeah, so literally this is like whatever is happening, like behind that OpenZeppelin, like maybe like the crediting, the debiting, and allowance and approval of like maybe these tokens. Yeah. Okay. So in case maybe like you wanted this code, like you can find it maybe in the talent index. Maybe Joseph can share with you. Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Okay, thank you so much. Ronex, for taking us through that. And I think so far so good. You now have a clear understanding, real implementation, and also the 6 rules that we were talking about, And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. So quick, let me mention something. For those who are new to Web3, don't worry. Tomorrow, the reason why we want you guys to arrive early is so as we can interact together, interact with the other guys there. So as during team formation, we can get to place you in teams that you can actually thrive, and you can thrive and learn at the same time. So for more information concerning tomorrow, I think I'm going to pass to Lavender, who's going to talk about it. But I would advise, let's be at Blockchain Center tomorrow by let's say 6 p.m. because exactly at 6:30, 6:35, that's when we'll be starting off. Also, there's a X post that Lavender has sent in the chats in this Google Meet chat. Let's head up, click on it, comment on it, repost, quote, yeah. If you have any more questions, feel free to reach out to me via Telegram or the Mini Hack communication channel on WhatsApp. And yes, Lavender, I see you're ready. So passing the mantle back to you. You muted.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Joseph, for the amazing session. Thank you, Ronix. That was very, very hands-on. I love that. I was just following through. I'm sure tomorrow we will get hands-on for real. Yeah, and I'm studying for, me and many others. So if you're struggling to follow through, don't worry. We have some templates on GitHub. I hope that you've shared your GitHub username in the chat. And I have just dropped two links in the chat. So the first one is the link to our posts about, it's attached actually to the second link that I have sent here as well. So this second link is a link for you to sign up and register for Game Jam tomorrow. So Game Jam starts tomorrow at 6 p.m. and it goes all the way to 6 a.m. So it's a 12-hour night of just building gamified systems here at Blockchain Center. So we will have plenty of coffee. So you are welcome to join us for the entire night of just vibe coding. And yeah, we'll share more information and more updates on the same. But now I'm sure most of you have at least checked out the links. Let me just confirm. Nice. I see you, Anthony. Thank you for liking and sharing. I see you, Ariri. You've liked and you've shared. Amazing. I see Mawuko. Amazing. Love to say that. Some people have weird names. I can't even tell. I see you, Ivy. Amazing. Love to see you, Kevin. Wow, amazing. Shout out to you. I see you, Sony. Love to see that. Thank you very much for engaging with us. Thank you so much. We hope that you can actually also drop us some comments, what are you expecting in this gaming theme, like in the theme of just everything gaming, so building games, gamified solutions on Avalanche, all of that. So we'd love to have those gamified solutions conversations, so engage with us on the post as well. So I will then just hop into the next session. So if you've been paying attention, this is the moment for you to shine. So I want to drop some polls. We have just 5 polls, just to gauge the level of understanding and where we are at right now. So I will go ahead and I will launch our polls now. In case you're wondering where to get your polls, let me just quickly show you how to get your polls. So I'll share my screen now. I'll just share the entire screen. Okay, so because so many times, some people tend to not know where to get polls. So if you are on your desktop and you can see my screen, so on the bottom right, here we have like the chat, you have the chat bot. Next to the chat bot, you have the meeting tools, and then you have the host controls. So the meeting tools, if you click on your meeting tools, it should take you to a tab like this. So you should see your tools and your add-ons. So you want to select on tools, and if you scroll by, you will see polls. So these are the polls that you are supposed to now start engaging on. So I hope that you can see that. In case anybody does not see, or you are stuck somewhere, let me know now so that I could know how to help before we kick off the polls. But Okay, so I hope everybody is good to go. So I will launch our polls now, and our polls is live. So the first poll, who your loyalty program has issued 50,000 points if every single customer showed up today and tried to redeem all of it at once, you could cover every last point. What's the word for that? Okay, let me see. So we have interesting answers. Okay. We have 3 minutes to go. 3 minutes to go. And I think Joseph sort of explained this during his session. Yeah, okay. Okay. 20 more votes to go. Oh, not really 28. This is supposed to be. One more minute remaining. One more minute remaining. We have 7 votes in. 16 more people to vote. 15 more people to vote. 15 more people to vote. Okay. 1 more minute to go. Mhm. If your loyalty program issued 50,000 points and every single customer showed up and tried to redeem all of this at once, you could recover the last points. And what's the word for that? Okay, let's see. So time is up. So yeah, I should show everybody the results for this one. Okay. So most of you actually think the correct answer is solvents. And the correct answer is actually solvent. So some of you think it's liquid, but that's not the right answer. Yes, okay. So I will close the poll and I will launch the second poll. The second poll is live. It's one of the role tools, right? Capped emission once emission cap is set in the constructor. Who can raise it later? Who can raise it later? Is it the founder who votes with a vote? Is it the CFO in an emergency, or nobody at all? It's immutable. Or is it anyone that's holding 10% of the total supply? Which one is the correct answer? 3 minutes to vote. 3 minutes to vote. Once emission cap is set in the constructor, who can raise it later? Is it the founder with a vote, the CFO in an emergency, or nobody at all, or the immutable, or anyone that's holding 10% of the supply? What's the correct answer? 15 more votes to go. 15 more votes to go. Yeah. Let's see. Okay. 2 minutes remaining. 2 minutes remaining. Mhm. Okay. I see majority of your votes are coming in. Keep voting, keep voting, keep participating. We want to see. All right. Okay. All right. 1 more minute for anybody that is still thinking. Anthony, I see you have some comments about the polls. Okay. Let's just finish and then we will have that conversation. Keep that thoughts. All right. So time is up. Some of you actually think somebody so some of you think that the correct answer is the founder with the votes who can actually raise the, say the constructor on the mission cup. But most of you actually think that nobody because it's immutable. And most of you are actually correct. Yes, so I think we will, it's important to go through this this recording because to take some more notes just in case, All right, so I will end the poll and I will start our third poll. Our third poll is live. So this is the rule 3, the counterintuitive one. So which of this actually makes a well-designed reward system healthier and not riskier? Yeah. So is it more people redeeming their points? Is it more people holding and never redeeming? Is it a rise in token price with a longer emission cap? Which one is the correct answer? Which of this actually makes a well-designed reward system healthier and not riskier? Two minutes remaining. 2 minutes remaining. 10 minutes remaining. 15 more votes to go. 14 more votes to go. One more minute to go. 1 more minute to go. Thirteen more votes. 30 more people have not voted. Yeah, interesting. Okay. All right. So some of you actually think that what makes a well-designed reward system healthier and not riskier is more people holding and never redeeming. But most of you are actually correct because most of you think that more people redeeming their points make the reward system healthier and not riskier. And most of you are actually correct. So Yeah. Okay. I'll end the poll and I will set our second last poll. And our second last poll is live. So this is more on liability. So we have to do some math. The Duca Rewards has issued 4 million points. Customers have redeemed 1.5 of them. What's the outstanding liability right now? Do the maths. Let's see who are the mathematicians in the house. Yeah. Okay, these are very interesting answers now. Okay. 2 minutes remaining. 2 minutes remaining. What's the total liability? What's the total liability for Duca Rewards? Okay. Twelve more votes to go. 12 more votes to go. Twelve more votes to go. Let's see. Ooh, okay. The math is not my thing, for real. Yeah, okay. Okay. Just give one more bonus minute for this one. Just in case you missed to calculate to do the maths well. At least have some time to redeem yourself. Okay, I think time is up. So some of you think that I think someone's not is. Yeah. Some of you think that now the total liability is 2.5 million. And almost most of you, almost everyone actually thinks so. Only one person has gotten it right. The total liability, which is, wait, actually no. I think the correct answer is not there. The one that I saw it was. So let's do the maths together. If Duca Rewards has issued 4 million points and the customers have redeemed 1.5 of them, the outstanding liability is obviously the points, right? The total points. How do you do this maths, Joseph? Do us the maths.
So it's quite simple. It's a matter of subtraction. So you take the total amount that has been issued, you subtract the total amount that has been redeemed. That's how you get the liability. So 4 million minus 1.5. That's 2.5. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I hope that's the correct answer that's logged in here. All right, perfect. So I think one of us got it wrong, but most of us got it right. Yeah. And one of us actually also had gotten it the other way around, and then they actually had to change it later. Okay, cool. Anyway, so let me end the poll, and I think this is the last poll, the fifth poll. And the fifth poll is live. So open loop versus closed loop. A supermarket wants its points spendable only at its own tills and approved partners shops. Never trade it freely anywhere with anyone. What should they build? Is it the open loop? Is it the closed loop? Is it the soul-bound batch or emotionless token? I think just 1 more minute for this one. One more minute. I think for this one it's quite easy because yeah. Okay, so I think most of you actually got it right. And most of you think it's closed loop, and that's the correct answer. Oh, all right. So thanks everyone for participating in the polls. Shout out to you all. And yeah, don't forget tomorrow to bring your laptops to Blockchain Center. We'll be here for the entire night, so come prepared, be warm, and yeah, happy hacking, happy building, and yeah. So I think that's it from tonight's session rather, unless there's anything that somebody would like to clarify on or any question, feel free to ask. Okay, I don't think, let me just check the chats just in case somebody. Okay, all right. Okay, I see you, Anthony. You wanted to talk something about the first poll, or I don't know if Anthony's still on the call. Yeah. Okay. If not, then no problem. I want to awesome. Okay. I've just dropped a link in the chat in case you've not registered. Feel free to register for tomorrow's game jam, starting at 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. And yeah, I think that's it from me. I see Anthony is saying your answer was A. Which pattern up when you might attend to talk about this. Anyway, thank you everybody for joining the session. You all, I know you're tired. I am too, but I hope you get well rested tonight, and see you all tomorrow. And yeah, God bless you all. Bye.
Yeah. Bye, everyone. Good night.